New month, same code. With Modern Warfare only a little ways away now, make sure you are all stocked up on G Fuel when the time comes to finally hop on the game, and be sure to use code IMMORTAL at checkout to save yourself some money. Ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. The day is finally here. Today, Modern Warfare multiplayer was officially revealed in full. No more cryptic little teases, no more bits and pieces here and there. We got the full thing today. Modern Warfare multiplayer has officially been revealed to the world. We saw standard traditional multiplayer gameplay. We got news on a beta. We got all sorts of stuff, a gameplay trailer. So many cool things came out today, and in specific, we're going to be taking a look at the official Modern Warfare multiplayer trailer, breaking it down, taking a look at some things you guys might have missed, a little bit more, subtle teases, some other things that are maybe a little bit more obvious. We're basically just breaking down the whole thing and dissecting it and seeing what exactly we can get out of it. We're gonna go frame by frame, slow-mo it, take a look at it all, and it's really, really cool. I have a whole list of notes here all throughout the trailer. I was writing stuff down. Pretty much it was just like I was back in high school, writing things down left and right. So we're gonna go through these notes, sort of rapid fire off what I wrote down here and break it all down. Modern Warfare is here, guys. It is officially revealed to everyone now. It's only a few months away. We've got a beta coming up, which we'll be talking about in this video. Exciting stuff is happening right now. If you guys want to be on top of all of it, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. And of course, if you guys do enjoy this one, or if you're just excited for Modern Warfare, let me know by dropping a like rating on the video, as it would be much appreciated. And now let's get into the trailer and sort of just break everything down. So right off the bat, all throughout this trailer, we're actually going to see 4 different operations revealed to us. And operations, you might think, are like huge DLC packages, right? Because that's what they are in Black Ops 4. No, operations in this game are essentially maps, from my understanding, as the first operation that we actually saw was called Azir Cave. And that is, we're just pretty much a big cave in sort of a rural area. You actually have a helicopter deploy you into this map, at least that's what it looks like from the trailer. And this map has all sorts of really cool stuff on it. There are doors that you can actually interact with. You can open and close them. You can breach them. You can do all kinds of cool stuff like that on this map. During this portion of the trailer, you also see a humiliation, or an assassination as it's called in game, which is essentially a one-hit special move that you can do if you are behind an enemy. It's just like meleeing, except it is a guaranteed one-hit kill, and it's got some cool cinematics behind it as well. Like I said, you can actually interact with the map. According to the trailer, I'm not sure if you can actually do this in the gameplay, but in the trailer, the lights actually turn off within the cave system itself. I honestly think that could be a really cool thing to actually happen in game. If you're playing on this map, you're in the middle of the cave in a super intense gunfight, and suddenly all the lights go out, that's going to change everything. And of course, it's going to be pitch black in there. Some of the gameplay we actually saw on stream showed off what it was like without using night vision in this cave. You cannot see anything at all. So night vision is going to be a huge thing in Modern Warfare. Like I said, there's actually map variants. There are daytime maps, there are nighttime maps. And if you're playing on those nighttime maps, night vision is an absolute must. During this portion of the trailer, we also see a little recon drone driving through the darkened tunnels, sort of leading the way with a light on it. So that's pretty interesting. I'd assume that's going to be some kind of streak, but it's not officially going to be called a recon drone like I just referred to it as there. And you'll see why here in just a moment on that. And then another thing that we do see during the Azir Cave operation portion of this trailer is the ADSing when you actually have a laser sight equipped. It's a little bit different. Normally when you're ADSing, even if you have a laser sight on in previous Call of Duties, you ADS normally, you can still see the laser beam sort of shooting out, but it's not going to be like it is in this game. Basically, if you have the laser sight on in this game, it completely changes the way you ADS. It makes it a little bit more inaccurate in those longer ranges, it seems like, but close range, you're going to know exactly where you're shooting. It's going to be super effective. And then as we continue on throughout the trailer, the next operation we see is called Euphrates Bridge, which takes place in a more open civilian area, it seems like. And once again, it shows off the helicopter deploy intro cinematic for this one. But as we do know, there are various intro cinematics for each multiplayer map. Sometimes you're flying in on a helicopter, other times you're rappelling in off a helicopter, other times you're just simply driving in on a truck. It just depends on the map, apparently. And one really interesting thing that I wrote down when I was looking at this portion of the trailer is the fact that you can actually see light reflections on guns when enemies are looking at you. There's actually an instance, and I'll slow it down here in the video for you guys, where the character actually ADSs on a guy sitting up in a tower, and you can see the light reflecting off of his gun. It sort of gives off his position, so that I think is really cool. And then we actually see the official recon drone, just like we had back in Modern Warfare 3, actually deployed in this portion of the trailer. If you guys remember, back in Modern Warfare 3, you could actually use the recon drone as a streak that sort of acted like a UAV. You could manually tag targets with it and it'd give them off on the radar. You could help out your team with it. You could help out yourself with it. It was just a pretty cool streak all around, and it appears it is back here in Modern Warfare as yet another kill streak. We also see on this map that there are tanks that it appears players are actually riding in. Now, we're not sure if this is going to be an actual streak. We do know we have the infantry assault vehicle as a kill streak, but that does have a mounted turret on top, and we actually see it a little bit later on in the trailer itself, and it does not look like these tanks do here. So maybe they are map specific tanks. Maybe it's a whole other kill streak altogether. As of right now, we're just not too sure on that. We then also see what appears to be some mounted turrets that you can actually interact with and jump on and use those to look over a choke point. So I'm sure those will be a pretty hot commodity on this map in specific. And then we also get a very brief look at the noob tube. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the iconic noob tube from the Modern Warfare franchise is returning here in Modern Warfare. I highly doubt it's going to be as controversial or as powerful as it was back in, say, MW2, where the noob tube was just absolutely king. If you guys played back then, well, you know how it was. It was absolutely brutal to play against noob tubes, but it is back. You can see it in the trailer. It actually blows up some people that are on the mounted turrets, so that is pretty interesting there. And then we also see a brand new way to actually mark an airstrike, as you do it via a rangefinder-like device. You guys can see the character actually looking down this device. He marks where the airstrike is going to be, and then it, of course, comes in overhead, drops bombs all over the enemies. Then as we move on throughout the trailer, we see the third operation featured, which is Operation Gunrunner, and this appears to take place in a train yard or industrial factory type of area. And I believe this is actually the same map that we got from the intro cinematic teaser from a few days back. During this portion of the trailer, you can actually see that the riot shield is back this year. We haven't seen that in a hot minute. It's been pretty controversial in the past too. I am kind of curious to see how versatile the riot shield is going to be in this game. I can't imagine it's going to be the most useful thing in the whole world, especially for those more aggressive players. But also, if you're able to use it as a secondary, I would assume you'd be able to throw it on your back and you could sort of have that as added protection, but we're going to have to wait and see exactly how that works. We then once again see the option that you can actually breach doors, which is pretty cool. And then we get a look at a couple of kill streaks in the game, including the Juggernaut streak, which apparently is the highest streak in the game right now. And it honestly, I mean, it looks like it's going to be the highest streak. It looks absolutely dominant. It comes with a minigun that looks like it completely shreds left and right. And then we also see an attack helicopter come in, and the Juggernaut's minigun just completely destroys it. It completely wrecks it, sends it straight into the ground. So it seems like the kill streaks this time around are actually going to be very devastating. There was that whole meme back in Black Ops 4 where they said the score streaks were devastating, but really they were all kind of booty. This year, from what I've heard, from what I've seen in the trailer, from what I've seen in the gameplay, the streaks actually do look pretty dominant, so I am pretty excited about that. And then we see the fourth and final operation featured in the trailer, which is going to be called Grozny Raid, and this seems to just take place in a civilian town. Now, in this portion of the trailer, we can see the infantry assault vehicle come down via a helicopter drop. And as I said earlier, this is actually the tank vehicle that we know we can man. It is a kill streak. You basically jump in it and you can use a 50 cal turret from the top of it. Now, I for one don't really see myself using the turret on top all that much. What I'm more so curious about is how good this thing is to actually just run people down with. If I turn the corner in domination and there's 3 guys sitting on the B flag, I want to know if I can just roll over the B flag and have myself 3 easy kills, because I think that'd be hilarious to pull off in game. That'd be one of the swiftest maneuvers you've ever seen in Call of Duty history, especially if it's being done by yours truly. I probably won't be able to drive it that well, let's be honest, but if I can get a triple kill rolling over a flag in the tank, I'm gonna be one very, very happy man. However, something could counter that, and we see it in the gameplay, or in the trailer rather, and that is the Javelin. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Javelin is back. However, it is a lock-on required launcher, it appears. In the trailer, you can see that it says lock-on required on the screen itself, but then, of course, if you do target onto a vehicle, that thing is going to blow it into the next dimension. The Javelin was insane back in MW2. I'm sure you guys probably remember the Javelin glitch. It was the biggest cheese in the game at one point, and the Javelin is back here in Modern Warfare. We also see the Bouncing Betty. We all know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. And then, to wrap up the trailer, we get what is easily the most exciting part, what has me the most hyped about this game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nuke is back. Right at the very end of the trailer, we can see the nuke come dropping in from the sky. It hits the ground, it explodes. There is chaos everywhere. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the nuke is back. Drop me a comment down below if you guys are going to be going for the nuke on day one. Drop a like on the video if you guys are excited there's a nuke in Modern Warfare. Like I said, this is what got me the most excited during this entire trailer. I thought that was absolutely awesome, the perfect way to end the trailer. However, that wasn't really the end, as we also got some information on the beta, which will be coming here in just a few short weeks. It's going to start on September 12th for people who actually pre-order the game just on PlayStation 4, alright? So September 12th, that's going to be the very first beta date. It's going to be a closed beta technically for anyone who pre-ordered the game, and that'll go through the 13th, and then on the 14th, it's going to open up for everyone just on PlayStation 4. So if you pre-order it, you get it an extra 2 days early, and then if you have a PS4, you can play it no matter what. Then the following weekend on September 19th and 20th, that'll be for anybody who pre-ordered the game on PS4, Xbox One, or PC. If you pre-ordered the game at all, you will be able to play the game on September 19th and 20th before everybody else, doesn't matter if you pre-ordered it or not. And then the beta will actually open up to everyone, absolutely everyone, doesn't matter what console you're playing on September 21st through the 23rd. So we will have an open beta for everyone. The first weekend is going to be just for PS4, and then the following weekend will include Xbox One and PC as well. And then, like I said, if you pre-ordered the game and you are on PS4, you can play it before absolutely everyone else. And then if you pre-ordered the game on PS4, Xbox One, or PC, you'll be able to play it a little bit sooner on the second weekend as well. And also, one more thing mentioned about the beta is that crossplay will be enabled on the second weekend. So that means you can play with your Xbox friends if you're on PlayStation or PC. You can play with your PC friends if you're on Xbox or PlayStation. It is complete and utter crossplay, fully compatible always, all across the board. So that is very, very exciting as well. We'll get our first taste of that on that second weekend when the beta does open up for Xbox and PC too. With that said, that is pretty much everything we learned about Modern Warfare multiplayer today. There was so much other stuff that also came out today, but when it comes down to the trailer itself, this is pretty much everything we could dissect out of it. And of course, in the coming days here, we're going to have even more Modern Warfare content here on the channel. We're going to be breaking down multiplayer gameplay, taking a look at the gunsmith. There is so much content within this game right now, and we're not even to the beta stage yet. It's absolutely insane. So if you guys want to stay on top of everything that we're covering here in the coming days, weeks, and months leading up to the official launch on October 25th, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. And of course, if you guys did enjoy this one, let me know, drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up. It would be much appreciated. And as always, be sure to use code Immortal on all G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found down in the description below. And once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.